when I get you guys to do slaps, what's the purpose behind you guys doing slaps in your grappling training? Distraction. Yeah.
Know that you're actually getting hit.
Know that you're getting hit.
Great urgency.
Creates urgency or panic in the other person. Pressure. Real life application.
It actually creates opportunities for the other person as well. So if you're using that real life application, someone does get you mounted and lean back to strike, that creates opportunity for us just to be able to execute what we've learned as well.
Yeah.
I spoke to Adam and that creates opportunity, but also beats out of the crack as well.
Yeah, God, yeah.
Well, they got to let go of the gear, give up their position to slap as well, which makes them vulnerable.
Yeah. Creates misdirection.
Gives you something to work with.
One of the principles, guys, that I harp on a lot about is misdirection, as you guys have heard. If you're doing slaps and the person holds their arm in a particular shape that's close to Udogurami or Americana or Jujigatami, as in a straight armbar, person's reaching up because they're trying to stop the slaps, or they're covering and you're going for an Americana, it lends itself to that. So the slapping or the striking, to me in Jiu-Jitsu, isn't about knocking the guy out. It's more about setting up the submission. So when you guys are practicing your slaps, at the same time, you're looking at for a gift wrap, look at if they're reaching up, what shape is their arm in, what does that lends itself to. Whether you're doing it from the guard with heel kicks to their leg and they lift their leg up, you place your leg inside and you go for a sweep. Do you see what I mean? It's adaptable from side mount to knee on belly to guard, so on and so forth. So it's something I want you guys to consider, right? When we're doing those slapping exercises when you guys are rolling. Ash, you had a question. What was the other one that you asked me before?
I was just talking about, obviously, involved with G, was injured, and we just able to, I guess by mutual consent, just keep it nice and flowy.
Yep.
And you mentioned about rolling with kids, rolling with women, which I feel really comfortable with.
Yeah.
So my ego gets a little bit excited when I'm fresh, young, white belt,
Strong guys.
strong blues that they maybe got a little bit of a target on my back, like they really want to get me, so they come with higher intensity or higher tempo, and just, I guess, some advice to just being able to still flow in those moments and perhaps get the tempo back down to where I can flow-ish.
Okay, so getting the tempo down to where you can flow. See how it's sort of you're opposing, even in that?
Yeah.
Getting the tempo down, you're doing something.
Yeah.
Why is it that a higher grade can roll with a lower grade that's going crazy, and the lower grade gets exhausted, but the higher grade, they're still relatively fresh and still breathing almost naturally at times? How come?
You're going with it.
That's it, G. Because you think about it, if they're pulling their energy, they're pushing their energy, but if obviously you don't want to get caught and tapped, but if you're going with and it's like a weight that they're pulling and they're pushing, you guys are going to go further. You'll conserve energy, they'll spend energy. Now, if I'm trying to slow someone's tempo down, I'm trying to do something, I better be fit and I better be strong, because you're going to need those resources to be able to do that. And the thing that I said earlier to you was with, just say as an example, side control. I think of it like drowning someone. So if I've got them in side control, I don't want to just shut them down, because what's going to happen, they'll stop struggling. I want to give a bit of space so they continue to struggle and their energy is just getting lower and lower, and then they might pause. Then I might nudge my knuckle in and they'll fire up again. So really a higher grade that has more experience isn't being deceived. A lower grade is just going nuts trying to get out. Does that make sense, guys? So to get them to burn out their energy, I give a little bit of space from the control situation where they continue struggling, they burn themselves out, the submission is easier. But as you guys get better and you get higher in grades and more experience, that'll be difficult. Because now it's like, you know, hey, I'm not going to struggle here. I'm going to be patient. And then you're going to pick the right time to go, rather than just, like a crazy white lie. Make sense? Your timing and reading a person and then your tempo will be on point. The more that we have little discussions like this. Does that help, guys? Awesome. That's it.